Do you currently feel betrayed?
Absolutely.
Does it hurt you?
Yeah. Come again?
Does it hurt
Betrayal hurts. Someone says, you say these people are your brothers, at the same time you say they betrayed you. Your brother can betray you. It's not like it's scientifically impossible for a brother to betray you. I mean, I cannot tell this story of the EFF without talking about these guys. They were there. Whether they are doing what they are doing to me now or not to talk about them, it will be a distortion of history and to lie about how the EFF came to be. But politics are like that. Thomas Sankara was betrayed by his closest confidant. And he was not just betrayed like I was betrayed. And I'm drawing no comparison, but I'm just giving an example with a reality that we have come to know about it. He was not just betrayed, the way was betrayed. He was killed through his own friend and his own confidant. So we are lucky not to have been killed. But what they did to us was attempted murder. It's an equivalent of, if they had a way, they would have gotten rid of us. So you can't share trenches with people like that. And this kind of things happen, and then you don't feel betrayed. I mean, Chris and his family should be, feeling the most horrible and terrible pain than what I'm feeling, because Chris get killed on the eve of a democratic dispensation. People were in the trenches with Chris. Till to date, they've never found what was the motive behind the killing of Chris. Why would you not find the motive behind the killing of Chris? Because Julius was not going to carry such a difficult mission on his own. But his own comrades can't find what killed Chris till to date. So there could be individual betrayals in the revolution. I mean, what is even worse, Floyd says our relationship is not that of brotherhood, because the way we're describing it as like a gangsterism. So he calls me a gangster. And why would you call me a gangster? Because I've never engaged in anything that suggests criminality or gangsterism or anything of that sort. And when I get called a gangster, I'm not the one who initiated that. They leave, they do what they do, I don't say anything, and then they go on podcasts to insult me, and they expect me to keep quiet. I will not keep quiet, because I always tell whoever cares to listen that I'm not a pushover. I will never allow that.
But how do you keep the relationship of the Progressive Caucus when you've recently just named MK enemy number one of the EFF, and being somebody who's known globally all over the world as a Pan-Africanist, or somebody who's got so much love for black people? Why would you see them as an enemy when they are a black party?
A black party that wants to kill the EFF is an enemy. Anyone who wants to kill you, in their attempt to kill you, you can't give them roses. I'm not going to be asked to give them in exchange roses. There's no political party in South Africa that wakes up every morning with an agenda of how do we kill the EFF, except the MK. We are in parliament together. We have adopted a progressive charter in parliament. A progressive charter means the minimum program of action, things that we agree upon now. And when you look at the clauses of the progressive charter, are actually the 7 non-negotiable cardinal pillars of the EFF. We just took them into the progressive charter and they adopted them the way they are. So I cannot say, because this paper is now presented by a different person in parliament, even if it means what I stand for, then I must oppose it. We're elected to work together in parliament with everyone, but we don't have to agree. So with MK, there are certain things in parliament that we agreed on. And till to date, even when we've declared them an enemy, we're still working together on any matter that we agree on. We've never declared MK a strategic enemy. It's an enemy as in our quest to defeat white monopoly capital, there will be black Bantustans that stand in between us and the apartheid white supremacist government. Does it mean we must not fight these Bantustans? A Lobua Bantustan, a Natal Bantustan, a Venda Bantustan, even if they are led by black people, we're going to have to fight against them. We had songs against Ramudik. We had songs against all the Bantustan leaders, against them, because they were an immediate threat to what could usher in a possible democratic dispensation. And that's what the MK has become, an equivalent of a Bantustan that stands in between the EFF and what could be a possible economic freedom in our lifetime. So it can't be, Sbu, that because a gun is pointed at me by a black person, by being a Pan-Africanist, I must accept the criminality of this black person. I will respond fire with fire. Doesn't matter from which black person it comes from. So I gave example. They say, yeah, you say we must support Chidima, but at the same time you say you don't want Zuma. I said, Chidima never said the EFF must die. So Zuma said the EFF must die. MK said the EFF must die. And I'm expected to fold hands because of my Pan-Africanism. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to fight back. They are our enemy insofar as we are concerned about the livelihood and the life of the EFF. And once that hustle is done, we now concentrate without any irritation directly to white monopoly capital.
Some of those members that you were anticipating to bleed to the MK from the EFF, as you did mention that some will leave the EFF, do you think that number is now done, or are you still expecting some more members to join the MK from the EFF?
No, the ones that I've expected to leave, they're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't say there won't be a person from EFF who will join MK. But Bua must explain one thing. That's what makes me sleep at night. There's no single person in the 11 years of the EFF, there's no single person who has ever left the EFF and succeeded politically. Not one. You can name all of them. They not a single, even the ones you are talking about now. Me and you will come back to this podcast and you'll be asking me, are you not feeling sorry for them? There's a guy who left the EFF and then complained about VBS, and then he became a hero of everyone. Why am I forgetting his name now? And then